So, more Yankee roster moves and how to blow up this Yankee trade deadline if they choose to do that. Let's get into it. Okay, so some moves. The Yankees made some roster moves, and then I'm going to go over an article by Fansided on how they think they should blow up the Yankees trade deadline. And we'll give you our give my feedback. I want your feedback, and we'll see how we would blow up the trade deadline. A lot of it revolves around Aaron Judge coming back, healthy or not, or just ending it all and going surgery and whatever. So, but it is a doable scenario, but in my opinion, with some caveats included as well. Now, how in the world? Let's go for Ross moves first. The Yankees optioned out Davy Garcia already after the game to make room for Carlos Rodon today, who's making his Yankee debut against the Chicago Cubs tonight versus former Yankee Jamison Tyone. So, which should be a fun game to watch. I'm excited. After last night's blowout loss, I think we can use something good today. So, I don't understand why they wouldn't have optioned out Albert Abreu instead. Maybe they're looking to trade him, but maybe he has some dirt. I don't know. I would have kept Davy Garcia here. And because he has the ability to throw multiple innings, and I would have optioned out Albert Abreu. I don't think he's out. I think he's out of options, so I would have DFA'd him. But that's just me. That's just me. Now, other roster move. Jake Bauer is put on the IL. Okay, with a bruise, I think it's rotator cuff. So after diving for a line drive, he's got a bruised rotators on the IL. Now, the two logical folks to maybe come up. Well, actually, I don't know about logical, but the one logical guy that it would make the fans very happy would be Estevan Florial. To bring him up here and give him maybe one final shot and see if he can do something here in the Yankees. He's a good defender. He's got speed. He's got like 20 home runs. So he's been performing at a level he's never performed before in the minor leagues. So maybe some of it will translate up to the majors. But we'll see. This is also his last option. So he's got to be DFA'd or traded or whatnot. Maybe he'll be used in a trade. I don't know. The other one sounds like they're considering is Frankie Cordero. Now, he's been here before. He's been down. He was hot when he first came up after spring training, and he cooled off, DFA'd, and blah, blah, blah. So I think the fans would prefer Estevan Florial, in my opinion. I think I would, too. I want to give the guy a shot. I like Franchi, but it's Estevan Florial. Let's give the kid a shot. Now, let's pivot to the article itself. This is an article by Fanside. I'm going to attach it down below so you could read it yourself. Okay, and let me know what you think. These are it's called four blow-up trades the Yankees must consider if the Aaron Judge injury timeline worsens. Okay, so trade number one will be packaging a top prospect with either Josh Donaldson or DJ LeMahieu. Moving on from one or both. Now, they already have an opportunity to package not necessarily a top prospect, but a major league reliever, or maybe two, and to get rid of Josh Donaldson's contract. The Mets have shown a willingness to absorb Josh Donaldson's contract in exchange for major league bullpen help. Now, Yankees have one of the most formidable bullpens in baseball. That we know. But the price they asked for is Ian Hamilton. I don't even know if they responded. So, but I would honestly counter. I would counter Wandy Peralta and Ron Marinaccio. Ron Mariнаccio's he's been solid here. So is Wandy. I don't see Wandy probably coming back. Marinaccio's under control until 2027. So you're giving them a major league reliever and another one with controllable years in exchange for them absorbing Josh Johnson's contract. That to me makes more sense than packaging a top prospect with Josh Donaldson when you don't have to do that. Okay, or packaging a top prospect with DJ LeMahieu. I think he's less likely to be moved, but I know some fans want to move him, so you never know. I mean, it depends on how bold and how honest, like Cashman and Hal and these folks are being with themselves, honestly. So see what their plan is for the trade deadline, because they have to have some kind of plan. Waiting for Judge is not enough. Period. Okay. So the next one here, saying goodbye to Luis Severino and Domingo Germán. I've already proposed trades with Luis Severino. I don't think he's coming back. Doesn't make sense to come back. They're going to be, parting ways. So get whatever you can for him now, even if it's a medial prospect. If you get some payroll relief that you can use elsewhere for maybe another reliever, take advantage of it. We have Rodon coming back. Hopefully he's going to be healthy and solid. We have Nestor Cortes coming back. I've already stressed the need for trading for another starting pitcher at the deadline to replace guys like Severino. So that's my preferred option. Now, in terms of Domingo Germán, maybe his trade value is at its highest after his perfect game 2 weeks ago. Maybe you can see what they can get for him too. But again, then you're talking about maybe getting up 2 starting pitchers here at the trade deadline. You're going to need some relievable, some dependable trade arms. So Lucas Giolito's obviously one. Blake Snell, there's some other arms that might be available. So I don't. I mean, I could see them moving on from Luis Severino. Probably not Domingo Herman. Even though you're in perfect game, okay, give him some leeway there. But I talked about this too. I would consider moving him as well. So I don't expect him to be that great. He had terrible starts before the perfect game. Perfect game was against the A's. So that to me, I would at the very least move Luis Severino. I want to know what you think, folks. Okay, I want to know what you think. Okay, next up, okay, who do we have? Okay, it's called Plunder the Bullpen. Michael King should be on the table. Now, he's really good, and then sometimes he's really, really shaky. Really good, really shaky. But he's got 2 more controllable years. He's not a free agent until, I think it's 2026. So that has a lot of trade value. He also has versatility where he can throw multiple innings. A ton of value. For me, I'm only including him in a trade if I'm getting back a reliever who's going to be a free agent at the end of the season who the Yankees can sign. That, to me, screams San Diego. Okay? Maybe there's a way they can get Juan Soto in a trade. We know it's going to cost a ton, but if we're going to go for Juan Soto, you might as well go for Blake Snell and Josh Hader, too. Looks like the Padres are not going to be in it. Okay? So give them their long-term controllable reliever who could probably be their closer. Get Hader's going to be free agent. Get Snell's going to be free agent. Get Soto. Obviously, you're going to be, attend. This is where you include Everson Pereira. This is where you include a lot of other folks. Michael King, Will Warren, like those folks. You include them. Okay, you could revamp their bullpen with Warren and Michael King. So you give them a lot of boost, and maybe obviously other players as well because the prize is Juan Soto. But King is movable, I think, but only for a trade that's going to, like I said, bring us back a reliever who's going to be a free agent, who the Yankees could re-sign, who's good. Josh Hader's the guy. Okay, so San Diego to me strikes me as the likely destination. Even if you can do a Hader and a Snell without Juan Soto, that's a worthwhile trade for Michael King. The package will be less, obviously, but you get a starter and a reliever, both who are going to be free agents, both of you could be re-signed. So that to me, if the Yankees are serious about contending, you're going to have to make some serious sacrifices here. There's no other way. So, and again, Wandy Peralta is movable, in my opinion. Ron Marinaccio is movable, in my opinion. I'm more hesitant to give up Ian Hamilton, at least in that trade for Josh Donaldson. Just like I'm more hesitant to give up Nick Ramirez. And they weren't great the other day, but they're under control until 2029, both of them. Controllable years for reliever. And for bullpen is getting back Scott Efros and Lou Trevino next year and other folks. It just makes sense. So Michael King, in that regard, and only in that regard, in my opinion, is movable. Okay, and the fourth trade here is offer to eat $30 million to ship out Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, I like Stanton. I've always liked Stanton. I thought he was, had he stayed healthy, he was on a path to 500 home runs here as a member of the Yankees. But I don't think that's doable now, unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, you can eat 30 or 40 million. Maybe you can trade him to the Dodgers, and that's probably the only team I think they could trade him to. If they don't get Shohei Ohtani, then I could see the Dodgers trading for a Giancarlo Stanton. Maybe even a San Francisco Giants, but yeah, you have to eat money, 30 to 40 million, maybe even more than that. So he's making about 26 million a year or something like that for the next 4 years. So, and then there's a team option for 2027. So, I mean, that's the only scenario where I could see Giancarlo Stanton being moved, unless he has a change of heart and says, "I'm open to go to this team and that team." Okay, but and again, keep in mind, I don't see. I mean, to me, trading Giancarlo Stanton is a prerequisite if you want to have any hope in the world of signing Shohei Ohtani. Okay, I don't see that happening anyway. I see him going to the Dodgers or the Mariners. So I'm hoping that he goes to the Mariners so that maybe the Dodgers can take Stanton. I hate saying it. I like Stanton, but I think it's time for probably the Yankees to get younger and more athletic because he is clogging up the DH and an outfield spot, especially the DH spot. So where we need guys like Aaron Judge and some of these other folks like Anthony Rizzo, who's got another year also. So, and give some younger kids a chance to play. Get Chaparro up here. Get Peraza up here. Maybe Everson Pereira, if he's not traded, will get a chance to make the outfield. Spencer Jones. Dominguez is struggling at Double A, so I think Spencer Jones and Everson Pereira are ahead of him right now. People may disagree, but that's all good. So those are the 4 moves that fans proposed. And I'm going to put this article down again. Read it. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Because, I mean, these are doable moves, but the Yankees are going to have to be creative here, and they're going to have to be willing to sacrifice, to get better. And I don't have any worry about Brian Cashman bringing in new relievers. He always does that. He's very good at it. Even though we're out Jimmy Cordero now, we're out a lot of guys this year. And it would suck to move Michael King. But if you get Josh Hader in return, come on. So, and if you get Blake Snell in return, Hader Snell seems more doable for Yankees than Soto Hader or Soto Hader Snell. But, we're less than 4 weeks from the deadline. The Yankees have some serious decisions to make. And like I said last night in our live stream, he needs to start moving now. After that embarrassing loss, there's been too many of them. And this team, like, they're 8 games over 500, but it feels like they're 20 games under 500 by the way they play. So, and that is not good. So, that's the article. That's the feedback. I want to know what you think. We are on the path to 20,000 subscribers. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, please join the party. Come along for the ride. It's greatly appreciated, and I want to make sure that you get everything when it comes to the Yankees. There will be another move later. Well, we just don't know yet who's going to be replacing Jake Bauers. When that comes out, put a YouTube short. You'll know it immediately. It hasn't come out yet. But yeah, like I said, Davey optioned out. Carlos Rodon's here. And that other reliever that they got yesterday from the Detroit Tigers has been reported to AAA. So he's going to be available, I guess anytime soon now. So if they need another left-handed arm in the bullpen. So that's what I got for you. Have a great day, gang, and I'll talk to y'all later.